last year, and got some good stuff on the Orangeman front. We checked out Flint plants, and some of the big applications for Flint. And so each time I think we've done this cannot get dumber. I don't know if you remember some of our Florida Man stories from last time, but they were pretty crazy. But not to be outdone is more Florida people, both men and women. Are you ready, Paul?
I am afraid I am.
All right, well, I had to go to page 3 to find some stuff. And we're going to start off with one that I know you are going to have something to say about. Are you ready?
I'm always ready, Isaac.
All right. Well,
always.
Well, here we go. First one, Florida man gets life for sexually abusing Vietnamese boys while posing as an English teacher.
You know, come on, Isaac.
I knew you were going to love that one.
This makes total sense. And unbeknownst to you, I have a girlfriend that taught English in Thailand.
Okay.
So it's not unusual for those people to hire someone to teach their children English.
Okay.
Now, the fact that he was acting a fool.
Yeah.
And, you know, how do you pose as an English teacher? If you
how do you
English,
pose as that?
If you can speak English, you can teach it, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
What you be saying?
I don't know that was the proper preposition in that one.
Okay.
But I knew you would love that one. That's our kickoff. Number 2, this is also just for you, buddy, and I took time finding these. I want you to know because I know how much you love the oddities. Here we go. Florida man pleads guilty to stealing checks intended for churches. What do you got, buddy? Are you feeling that one?
Isn't that what they all do?
Yo! Got him!
I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, you know, it could be construed that way. You never know. There are people that go to church that are doing good and trying to help people, and that's a thing as well. Both exist in the same reality. Next, Florida man pleads guilty to threatening Representative Ilhan Omar, according to a plea agreement. David Hannon, 67, by the way, was upset by the use of curse words directed at then-President Trump during a press conference, where he decided to send her an email and threaten her life. Because he didn't like the curse words. What do you think, bud? On the scale of 1 to 10, we're like an 8 right there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go 8.
You got nothing, no defense for this guy.
I'm not gonna say a word. I'm
right.
gonna let him hang all by himself.
All right. Keeping with the graded scale, and if you guys want to send us in a message to let us know on the scale of dumb from 1 to 10 where these stories are rating compared to the other ones. Florida man was arrested for drunkenly berating children randomly at a Naples beach. He decided for fun he was going to go to the beach, get drunk, and yell at children.
Yeah, I guess there's worse hobbies.
What are you doing today, Earl? Well,
I'm going to chastise me some toddlers.
Since my wife won't let me yell at my own.
And what kind of insults? Your mother dresses you funny? What's he doing?
Dude, if you have enough people saying, all right, we got to call the cops on this guy, I'm pretty sure.
It was rude, huh?
Yeah. There was another story. Guy was 73. Florida man gets 1 year in prison for threatening Congress. 73 years old, threatening Congress.
Well, this is contemporaries. I mean, they should have understood where he was coming from.
And my favorite part about these stories, whoever put this list together, is semi-genius. The next story is Florida man arrested for pummeling a 73-year-old in public in a parking lot. I do not know if those two are related, but I'm saying there's a chance. And you
pummeling is a key word there.
Pummeling, that's specific.
The person that wrote pummeling is rather old, right?
Well, at least the story about him is. So, did you bring up the website so they could see the picture of this guy? Because that's super important. Yeah, you want the bald orange. Keep scrolling.
This guy.
Keep scrolling. Nope. Keep scrolling. It's worse than that. Oh.
I gotta back up.
No, that's not the That's not the one. This guy's picture is priceless, and it's really important that we get on there. See? Right here. Look at my guy.
Florida man arrested for pummeling.
Yes. He looks like he could be on the...
I know this guy.
You know this person? See, that does not shock me even a little bit. This guy's pictured. So this guy beat up a 73-year-old in a parking lot, and he looks like the type that would probably do it. No defense for this guy.
There we go.
There it is.
So he pummeled who again?
A 73-year-old man in a parking lot.
Well, yeah, that makes
Look at, he seems like a smiler.
He seems like a rather jolly guy. You know who he looks like? He looks like Shemp. Not Shemp, Curly.
Curly! Yeah. 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 I feel like this next story, if you scroll down to the next one, I feel like this could happen anywhere. Look at that pic on that guy with the overalls. I'm going to beat up a 73-year-old today. That's the senior citizen beat down.
Well, here's the deal. We don't know what the 73-year-old looked like. He could have been, buff.
I'm going to go with a hard no on that one. hard no on that one. That man.
Okay.
Woo. Right. He was just having a rough day, I think.
Yeah. That's not
all right.
The best of things or the worst of things.
The guy that got caught in the porta potty hit the thing again. That was pretty good. The fentanyl guy that got so high he got stuck in the porta potty.
Right. He's on the list again.
That's my top 10 dumb right there. That's really up there. But you're actually, I think, going to like this. And a gentleman, Florida man, an acupuncturist, arrested for recording female patients with a hidden camera while doing acupuncture.
Well, that's a special kind of kinky, isn't it?
That's...
What are you going to do? Push the needle? Never mind.
Listen, Linda, listen.
How do you know? That it says, these calls are being recorded for quality assurance.
Yeah.
So he's got an acupuncture clinic, and he's recording the sessions.
Yeah. For study.
Right. So when he gets interns in, he can just flip on the tape, and you see where I put this?
See how that muscle...
You see how I did that? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
That's actually feasible, but I'm not sure that he obviously pled guilty, so that wasn't the outcome there. But
dumb butt.
Oh, dumb butt. Didn't.
Oh my
well done.
Goodness.
All right, got a couple more for you before we hit the next one. A Florida man, and Paul, this is for you, asked if he could get a beer after slamming into a Florida store. Like he drove into the store and was like, hey, where's your beer?
I'm going to think he already had the beer.
I'm thinking he probably had lots of them. Lots of them. And we are going to finish because this one just made me giggle. A Florida man sentenced to prison for illegally shipping turtles and snakes. In a box. Telling his wife, you know what? Just go get the duct tape. We'll put them in there. They don't need sunshine. It'll be fine. And can you imagine the UPS driver or FedEx guy that was like, man, what is that?
What does that smell?
Oh,
dead turtles.
Not okay. That is our list is stupid for the week. We will continue to update that list because it's fun.
Florida man pump.
Oh man. The one I wasn't going to do, but since we brought this one up, a Florida man was arrested. He got in a domestic dispute with his wife, so he decided the proper response was to bite off the head of their python. You're making me angry, so I'm going to eat my pet.
Not his pet.
Not his pet. Maybe it was her snake.
Exactly. If one of us is going to get it, you're only getting the head. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's really, really gross. That's what I have on the news front. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think there? Not quite as good as last week's, but pretty solid, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm not impressed with any of those, and I was able to justify at least two.
One.
One of them?
One. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess you did a good job.
Okay, we try. All right, so I, of course, went to Wired because we got to see what's going on in the tech world, and see what's going on in there. And apparently, did you know that New York City is sinking?
Yeah, all the coastal areas.
Everybody knows that?
Everybody but you.
Wow. The city's just sinking.
It's sinking. Well, it's not per se sinking. The water levels are rising. You know, icebergs are melting and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. But the big news on Wired today was leaked. The EU, the European Union, documents show Spain wants to ban end-to-end encryption. Now, why do you think they want to do that?
Wow. So that you can't encrypt your stuff and that they have access to everything everywhere.
It says here, among several things, in response to an EU proposal, they want to scan private messages because, quote, it is imperative that they have access to the data, end quote. Now, why would you need access to people's personal emails and data?
There's a lot of data.
Yeah, but why? Why would they need that?
Because you need something to sell.
So their whole reason for doing this is to get information so they can sell it so they can make money.
I would think so, or to better profile their customers and to better
But it's the country of Spain. What is their customer?
Their country has marketing.
So they can market them.
Tourism at the least. For nuclear scientists at the worst, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man, I'm gonna not agree with you on this at all. But I did find a good section on suicide. Suicide is dropping around the world. Right, that was a big thing during COVID. It popped up, and they have a link on there, but now it's not letting me get to it because I'm trying to get to it right now. So that's awesome. But that's on Wired, and that is positive news because people have been fighting that. Mental health has become a big thing since COVID, right? I mean, people are distressed now.
It really has.
Yeah. And then let's see if I can get this other one I thought was cute.
Eileen Reed just became a member.
Outstanding.
I like that. I wonder where Eileen is from. Eileen, if you're still out there, darling, let us know where you are. And thank you very much.
And so the other one that I wanted to bring up there was they had suicide rates are down, which is great. But also your dog is a secret weapon in the fight against cancer. Right? So if you go to wired.com, you check on there for their magazine, it's on there. The rest of the stuff is just, I don't know, stuff you're not into because it's about, TV people and celebrities and all of that stuff.
Which tab is this? Wired?
Yeah, okay, but I'm switching over. I'm already done. There wasn't a lot, and
it
makes me want to sign up for stuff which I don't like. But we're gonna go to NBC News, breaking news. What's going on around the world right now? And it must be a slow day for news because the biggest news from NBC is San Francisco's Coit Tower, Twitter headquarters, and thousands of other buildings may be at risk for a severe quake. Did you know that they have earthquakes in California? I'm pretty sure that was like, this is a story. Oh no, they may not be ready for an earthquake. It's like, that's weird.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's like saying, in California they may not be prepared for sunshine. That story was the top news, but the other one that hit the news, and I don't know if you saw this or not, about the 19-year-old that was arrested for hitting the barriers at the White House?
No, he crashed into the barriers.
Yeah, a 19-year-old suspect identified.
That can happen if he dropped his cigarette or his beer.
Listen, we don't need justification of this one. This is breaking right now.
All right, talk to me.
All right, I am going to butcher this name, but it's Sai, S-A-I, Varshith Kandula. Made
pretty good.
Not too bad, right? Hey. Made threatening statements about the White House at the scene of Monday night's incident, a law enforcement official told NBC News. A Nazi flag was seized by authorities at the scene, and then it gives a video. If you want to pop on the video here, NBC News, breaking news. And they place the flag on the ground so they can take the picture in front of the truck. See it right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's probably all real. So, I think they did that. Let's see. A 19-year-old Missouri man accused of driving a truck into barriers near the White House made incriminating statements that have led investigators to believe he was seeking to harm the president, officials say Tuesday. The driver, U.S. Park Police told Tuesday morning the charges against Condulo for allegedly threatening to kill, kidnap, inflict harm on a president, vice president, or family members stem from statements he made to multiple law enforcement agencies, according to the Secret Service representative. The suspect was interviewed by Secret Service investigators Monday night, the agency representative said. During the ongoing probe that also involved United States Park Police, the FBI, and U.S. Capitol Police. Whoo, that would be an interview. Condulo was further charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, reckless operation of a motor vehicle, and trespassing. And then in the picture, my favorite part is the guy taking the selfie in front of the flag. And I mean, are you for real?
You guys aren't gonna believe this.
Yeah, look what happened in my life. Look,
he says my friend, or what you call it, kindred spirit. He's gonna take it to the meeting Saturday.
Now this just happened, and then the picture of this young man. I mean, he looks like, if I saw this young man, I would think intelligent. You know.
Look at the eyes.
Maybe,
look at the eyes. What do you see?
I don't know. I see light flashing back. I don't know. He's like 19 years old. Why in the world would you take a vehicle with a Nazi flag? This doesn't make sense. His picture doesn't make sense.
They're not telling us what's in there. Is it a bomb? What's in the U-Haul truck? Why would you have a... Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It says the White House.
Oh, they got a robot open it up.
Checking for bombs, I imagine.
They investigated a suspicious package in the back of a 36-foot U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, the white U-Haul box truck crashed into the barriers on the north side of Lafayette Square, just a few hundred feet from the White House, just before 10 p.m. President Joe Biden's exact whereabouts at the time of the incident were unclear. He had met with White House Speaker Kevin McCarthy Monday night at the White House to discuss debt limits. There were no injuries to any Secret Service or White House personnel, and the cause and manner of the crash remains under investigation. The Secret Service Chief of Communications, Anthony, said in a statement Monday. Then it gives a shot of it, and basically they don't know anything right now. But that's pretty nuts.
Young guy.
19.
Really young.
I really wonder what it's going to come out in his background and all this stuff.
I'm looking at the eyes. The eyes don't look too crazy.
No, he looks intelligent.
No earrings.
It would not look like he had a Nazi flag in a truck. Like, I would not suspect. If somebody asked that kid, I thought he would be going...
any Nazi group. He's ethnic.
He is ethnic.
He's Pakistani, or he's not white, you know what I mean? White supremacist material. He's some of the people that they're against.
Right. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but definitely check that story out. That was really interesting. That's just breaking now. And then Russia has come out and said that they have allegedly, could be false information, you never know, have defeated a Ukraine incursion into Russia a day after the attack began. So here's what I'm pulling from this. They've been at war for how long?
Is it 2 years now?
It's been a minute. And it took them 1 day to stop them from coming into Russia, but it's been 2 years of one of these things is not like the other. Not really sure about that.
Well, they got a lot of juice. I mean, they've been begging for stuff for a year. The stuff finally showed up, and they said, boom, chug-a-lugga.
Oh, man, I don't know.
They've been asking for weapons from everybody, right?
Yeah.
Lethal weapons, non-lethal weapons, and the minute they show up, they say, see?
I don't know.
If we have what we need, we can do what we need to do, and we can squash this in 2 weeks.
I don't know. But last thing I wanted, from World News, this is England, where we have separated from because of our vigor as Americans. And it says, Buckingham Palace rejects calls to return remains of a stolen prince to Ethiopia. Better question, why do you have the remains Why did you take the remains of a prince from Ethiopia? How does that even make any sense?
So you don't know about this.
Tell me, man.
Your people,
my people, outstanding,
raped and pillaged the world of its art contents.
Why do they got to be mine?
Well, let's say melanin deprived.
Melanin deprived.
We're going to call them melanin deprived. But everywhere they went, everywhere they quote unquote conquered, they pillaged the art.
But why take the body? I don't get it.
Well, he was probably in somebody's museum somewhere, and they thought it was King Tut or somebody of importance, and that they.
But why not give it back? I mean, it says here.
Well, they have laws. They have laws in their countries that say we can't give back stuff we stole.
Wait a minute. We have a law that says once we took it.
No, the French, the Germans, the Dutch. They all have laws that say we can't give back these art pieces that we acquired during conquest.
During conquest. Yeah, so we're not going to give back the stuff we took while we were there because we made a rule that says we don't have to.
It's ours. We won the war. We won the stuff. To the victor goes the spoils.
Well, let's see. It says this is in London. The body of a teenage prince captured by British troops will not be returning to his remaining family. So he still has family that's alive, and the British royal family has said in the latest high-profile feud over the legacy.
The artwork. This is the
body.
Okay, this is
why this doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I'm thinking about the artwork.
No.
This is
we have your family's body, and we're not giving it back.
He died recently, or
no, 1868, bud.
Okay, so it is remains.
So it's like a mummy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, his body is buried in Windsor Castle, one of King Charles's 3 official residences, and the traditional site of British royal funerals and weddings. So he's buried in a royal place,
cemetery, right?
But they don't want him there. Let's see, I'm going to crucify this name. Alamayu, maybe, was taken from Africa after British forces defeated his father and looted his imperial capital. So you were right on that point. In one of the most notorious military operations.
Notorious.
That's the word it said.
These guys went in with arsenals and gunpowder and all this stuff to folks with sticks and spears.
Well, it was the 1860s.
1860s.
And it says in one of the most notorious military operations of Britain's colonial era, Ethiopia has been asking for the prince's remains and other treasures to be returned for the last 150 years. We want his remains back as a family and as Ethiopians because that is not the country he was born in. Man, what do you think about that one?
What's the excuse? Do you understand the excuse?
But the palace said this week that it wasn't possible as it would disturb other human remains buried nearby.
Give those back to the people.
Wait a minute. We cannot remove that body because it will disturb other bodies that we don't want to disturb. And since it's there, we're going to leave it there as to not disturb the bodies that are also there.
Here's what you do. Call 911. Tell them you think your great-great-great-great-grandfather was poisoned, and we need the body exhumed for an autopsy.
Wow. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me.
It's a murder scene now, and they have to do something, right?
I don't know. I just found it really interesting, and I figured you would like it, and I wanted your opinion on it, but it seems like... what is the rules of war of a conquering nation? Is there
Doesn't
rules?
matter. I just think that England could make friends with Ethiopia, seeing that its history of not being friendly with them and the way that they colonized them, they owe them more than an apology. Give us our stuff back.
Yeah, well, after going through several paragraphs here, basically the Dean of Canons of Windsor, which is the guy who runs all this stuff, he says, we are very sensitive to the need to the honor and memory of the prince. However, and anytime you start with however, right, that's like
here's the small print.
That's like the government's way of saying, well, what happened was, and then what happened was,
the two dudes, right?
Yeah. So what happened was, is we have been advised that it is very unlikely, so not to say no, but very unlikely that it would be possible to exhume the remains without disturbing the resting place of a substantial number of others in the vicinity, the statement says. So they're not going to exhume the body because it would bother other bodies that are laid there, and they don't want to bother the bodies because why? They're resting?
Oh, yeah, they're sleeping. You don't want to wake up dead bodies. Come on now.
You definitely don't want to wake up the dead.
This is Charles's summer crib. He doesn't want ghoulies.
Summer crib. Listen, when we're out with the horses, okay? I just thought this story was extraordinary, and I figured you would be all over this one.
Hey, we got a comment from Jason. Jason's one of my council meeting viewers.
Outstanding.
He's there every week. Jason.
Our guy.
He wants us to talk about the council meeting. I'm pretty sure you didn't see it.
I have a proclivity for stress relief.
Yes.
And that would not be the place. But if you would like to discuss...
Well, I'm wondering if I can sign up for post-traumatic stress disorder. Can I get some kind of benefits for?
Okay, first of all, of course you went.
It's
there.
it's a hostile.
That's not what the man asked for.
But it's a hostile work environment.
So what happened?
It's just a hostile work environment. I mean, from the first.
I understand what you're saying, but
the first 2 words that were spoken were hostile.
What happened at the Flint Council meeting that he wants us to discuss?
I want to say it show, but I'm going to say boo-boo show.
A boo-boo show.
It was a boo-boo show.
Oh, no. What were they going over?
Well, they didn't get a chance to go over anything because they kept point of orders and
in regards to what?
Behavior. Purely behavior. The first hour and a half, maybe hour and 40 minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes of point of order?
Oh, yeah. Point of order, point of information. I appeal the ruling of the chair.
Do we even know what they were trying to talk about?
Well, the goal was to talk about the ARPA dollars.
The ARPA dollars.
And how the citizens can access it.
And they never got to it because they had to get a point of order?
Never got to it. The closest they got to it was allowing the public to speak.
So what is it that we can use this money for? Do we know that?
Variety of things. I mean, it's designed to be used to make a significant difference in the community. So now, if we want to use it for houses and water heaters and
jail reentry, job training,
you could probably do that kind outreach. Of stuff. Yeah. But my point was, I think it shouldn't be targeted at individuals, but at communities. So I don't want to see you get your roof done. I'm sorry. I want to see that park with playground materials and learning tools for kids and things like that.
Well, how much money are we talking about right here?
I think we've got $45 million left.
What I would love to see?
The school district has 89.
You know what I would love to see?
What you like?
I would like to see them demo all them schools they are not using and use that for something else. That would work both for the community and for the schools.
I hope I'm wrong, but I was watching a school board meeting, and I want to say that the guy said they were, and I hope I'm wrong. It was $350 million.
What?
To rehab the schools in Flint.
Oh man! Before you get into
even
this,
if it was 35,
dude, my heart.
maybe I heard it wrong and it was $35 million.
Oh my gosh!
But why wouldn't you rise all these 80-year-old schools and build a new high-tech complex like everybody in the suburbs has?
You have to do a shout out. We have to do the 92.1 FM WFOV because that is stressing me.
I can do that.
Please help me.
It's halfway through.
Woo!
I think I got I never got my camera running. My camera's not running, so I'm not going to, wait a minute, I got to do something. Hold on a second. Can I flip this one around? I can't.
That's why you're called the handsome one, because even the camera has to turn away. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, I'm going to agree with you.
If you disagreed with that, we'd have many issues.
So there we go. It's kind of me.
It's kind of you.
We got an update on our software. So this the switcher.
Yeah, I saw the guys coming in.
Has been doing some groovy stuff to make their software better. And I just downloaded it. Oh, I look kind of goofy. don't know if I'm.
I love the sticker.
I don't know if I'm going to take me. There we go.
I know. I don't know if I'm going to take. Maybe that's why it was off.
I'm going to have to pretend that I'm you.
Whoa. That's nice.
Yeah. All right. So I'm looking for clean music.
We're working on it.
Now, should I define?
Do you mean it's like been scrubbed?
See, that's what I was concerned about. See, I like to talk to the average man's mentality, but I'm going to step it down to get to yours. Okay?
Well, we do have a stupid list. That's what we start with. Go ahead.
I'm going to step it down. Clean music is music that does not contain cussing.
Oh.
So the rule the FCC kind of throws around is if it's not in the Bible.
That's the right. Now are we talking Old English? Like 1868?
Yeah. Tither, thou,
Be thou, thiseth.
How
Okay,
thou,
just checking. So if you got a song with thiseth.
Stop.
Sorry, continue.
It just has to be clean.
Yeah, clean. Got it.
And if you guys are making music that is dirty, that's fine. But you got to make a clean cut if you're going to get on the radio and get pop. I don't know. Maybe that's not a thing that has to happen anymore. You know, I'm so old school. It was all about getting on the radio, getting played on the radio, getting picked up by a record label. And I know that whole environment has changed.
A touch.
So
it's got a little faster with the whole...
It's a Spotify thing.
Yeah, it's called the internet. I know.
Right.
It's
so
a big deal.
You don't have to worry about it. But, man, if you can double your audience...
Yeah, right.
By just taking out cuss words...
Right.
It seems like a no-brainer. I need a clean version. And
little edit there, here. You know.
So we're looking for your clean versions. Now, that said, I want to turn to my churches. We got a lot of churches in Flint. And all you churches, not all churches, but many of them have choirs. And I'm going to dare to say that some of them are probably really good. But we don't know because we don't go to your church. So, if you want us to know that you know that we know that you know that we know.
That's a lot of knowing.
That's a lot of knowing. Woo! That you got it going on. 810-259-9789. 810-259-9789. Throw us a tape. Throw us a file. Let us hear what you got going on. Let us share it. Not only here on Spectacle Productions YouTube, but we got the radio station. WFOV 92.1 LPFM Flint. It's Our Voices Radio, dedicated to Flint information with 10 miles, baby. It's all about Flint because that's the only people that can hear it.
That's the only people we want to talk to anyway.
That's the folks we need to talk to.
Hit the local grocery store. Go hit, play a little chess. Do a little soggy ball.
810-259-9789. We're here and determined to make a difference, and we need you to. So I'm going to give it to you, Isaac. Is there anybody you need to talk to?
We'll do a shout out for Cigar Fellows at the end.
No, not them. No way.
We have.
There's no.
Oh man, I forgot to tell you that next month we're going to be cleared nationally for our jail reentry program from UCAN, United Community Addiction Network.
Well, tell them about that.
United Community Addiction Network is a nonprofit that helps people through drug rehabilitation, jail reentry, getting back into the community after they've been arrested, helping the families out. We have a collection of over 40 different nonprofits that help out with food, clothes, baby formula, parenting classes, healthcare. You go to spiritualwarfareunit.com, you click on struggling, or you can go to ucanmichigan.com and you click on struggling, and you can get to Spiritual Warfare Unit, and you can click on there. All of those are direct links to nonprofits. So if you are struggling, or you know someone who is struggling that needs some help, you don't have to pay for it because there's groups that are already doing it, and they want those people out there. So help us, help you, help them.
So you're telling me that returning citizens,
from jail to community or drug rehabilitation,
can go to this program.
That's right. We can get them into skilled trade jobs.
So what you're saying is you're telling people to go rob somebody, go to jail.
I'm not.
Get released, and then come see you.
I'm not. We work with several churches that can... No, that is not what I'm saying. Listen.
In order for me to get a job, if I am not a felon,
there are several churches that we work with, and you can get the information from them as well. So what I got to do? So what happened was I heard that if I get arrested, I can get a job.
In order to qualify.
No.
Huh?
Listen, we are now dumber. for having this conversation.
Thanks to me.
Oh, and thank you for choosing me, Paul. Wow. All right, so getting back to the show, I was looking for something positive, and the most positive thing I could find was not positive.
Didn't work.
But in California, a California man decided to stop traffic to let ducks walk across the street, and someone got mad and ran him over. But the ducks made it, so that was a positive thing. Wait a minute. That's what I can find. That was the most positive thing I heard. The ducks made it, but the guy died. Oh, yeah, that's a real story. Oh.
I thought he ran over the duck.
No, they ran over him. You know, some guy was on his way to work and was road raging because the ducks are... And the guy's like, no, let him pass. Yeah. But the ducks made it, so it's positive. That's the best I could do.
I'm assuming Florida.
Oh, no, that was California, buddy.
They're usually more chill than that.
Yeah, you would think. They've been known for...
How do you explain that?
I don't know. The other things that didn't matter to me was Jeff Bezos was engaged.
Jeff got engaged. Good for Jeff.
Why?
Because, everybody's out after his money. He doesn't know if people love him or like him. So he has found somebody that has tricked his butt into believing that he...
No, your head looks amazing.
No, a toupee wouldn't help.
Yeah. It's not like they can regrow that. You should definitely leave it. It's very shiny. Right? I mean, and all that money in the world.
Be happy for that man.
I am happy. I just didn't find it
Can
news.
you imagine what his in-laws are doing now? They're still dancing. They're still dancing around the kitchen.
I couldn't find anything
So
else.
I'm guessing, I bet you she's from a foreign country. I bet you she's not American.
Well, her last name is, what is it? Sanchez. Lauren Sanchez.
Lauren Sanchez.
Yes, and she looks... I don't know. You tell me. She looks beautiful.
Where is she?
Right there.
Wait a minute. Which one is that? A news?
Yeah, this is the news cycle on the U.S. news. That made U.S. News and World Report.
I'll back it up.
Amazon
they
founder.
They gotta see this.
He's only 59. Wow.
Man. Okay, how come I'm not seeing this?
I don't know.
NBC breaking news, right?
Yeah. Listen.
Okay, let me go back there.
It's not hard. You just look for the bald head. It's the third one down on the left on the main screen.
I'm working on it.
Right here. Yep,
there
there it is.
Holy booger.
Yeah.
He paid for those lips already, I can tell you that.
Well, I don't know what he paid for.
Whoa, he paid for lots.
I'm just saying that they are there. And you can definitely see that they are there. Listen, I'm not Paul. We're not going to do this. We're not doing this. This train is starting to catch fire. I'm trying to...
Well, you know that he has a professional eyebrow person on call.
I don't want to know that.
And his wife uses it too.
She's probably got a beautiful... I'm not doing that. I'm not going down this hole. Stop.
There's some collagen
everywhere. I'm not. I would like to apologize. But if you'd like to see the picture... It is on the NBC News breaking. That's breaking news. I mean, she is.
So does it say anything about her?
She's stunning.
Is she a millionaire or she's a Venezuelan runway model?
She's gorgeous.
Venezuelan runway model.
Well, that makes sense.
From 1964.
Yep.
She's old.
Wow. Well, she certainly doesn't. She definitely looks like a runway model. She looks amazing.
Let's not say old. Let's say mature.
Experienced.
Ooh, I wouldn't use those words because that would be assaulting to Bezos.
All right, so we're moving on, and I want to go to the Flint Beat, which is my favorite part of this show. I don't know if you guys adhere to them, but they're always got positive news and stuff going on in our city, which is important.
Love us some Flint Beat.
Yeah, and I don't really want to talk about the bird watching hobby, which I have a friend of mine that does that, and the bluebirds, and they love that stuff, and it's very relaxing. I've been asking them to get videos for people who just want the videos and relax to watch the birds. You can actually watch them hatch the eggs and all. It's very cool, but that's not really what I'm interested in. What I want to talk about is education. And you know how you're talking before about how much did you say that was? 350
million.
Okay.
And I might be wrong. I don't want to.
Yeah, so I wanted, that's the reason why I want to bring this up. So Nicholas Chan has brought up a story on they haven't made a decision yet. No clear distribution plan for the board. 1.5 million in Flint teacher pay. So they're still looking at that, and I'm taking a guess.
Isn't that a no-brainer, guys?
Like, should teachers get paid more money to deal with other people's children? Yes. Yes. Teaching is one of those things that I think should be a high-paying job, and you should be getting the best talent in the world to do. And they just don't get enough, and I don't know how they do that job. Would you want to go into a room with 30 fifth graders?
Dude, I used to. I was a mentor in an elementary school here in Flint.
You were a mentor?
I was a mentor.
How'd that work?
My sole task was to watch Henry.
To watch Henry?
Henry was the crack baby in the room.
Oh, no.
And Henry would get up and scream whenever he wanted to. He would get up and take people's pencils whenever he wanted to. And I'm like, what do you do when I'm not here?
Right.
I'm here today, and I'm here Thursday.
And he just...
But what happens Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I'm not here?
What about the rest of the kids' education? I don't understand.
She spends her time calming Henry down and doesn't get to the lesson because Henry.
So everybody else fails?
Well, they tried to remove Henry from the class.
Shouldn't there be special needs or something?
Yes, but the parents protested. They wanted him in general pop. Yeah, he needs.
Well, wouldn't they do some kind of a test so that? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Again,
it wasn't that easy.
This is why they should get paid more money. Could you imagine just sitting here and someone just
the whole time?
Oh man, my head is just stressing. So let's see. Flint, Michigan, the Board of Education approved $1.5 million in teachers' compensation earlier this month, without a concrete plan to distribute the funds. I have an idea. I got a plan.
Is it a good plan?
Yeah.
Is it a good plan?
We take the teachers.
And
you divide the money between the teachers. And then you write them a check.
The total number of teachers.
Yeah. So if you've been here
certified
5 years or more, you get this. 10 years or more, you get this.
There's got to be some kind of... you got teachers' aides, you got teachers, you got administrators, and you have, I guess, your...
Right.
What do we call tenured teachers?
Yes, but let's just take care of the teachers. I'm not saying that the principal's job's not important. It is, and they run the whole thing, and they're the manager, and I get it. But if I had to pick between talking to adults about how to manage something or talking to children about how...
I say we give all of them raises and an assistant.
Something, man, because that job,
you know what I mean?
God bless those people.
Every senior in high school
I don't know.
should have to volunteer as a teacher's aide.
Something.
For their senior year.
Because teachers are now having to raise kids, not just teach the kids,
I agree.
Our society is. So let's see. Earlier in the month, the United Teachers of Flint call for immediate follow-up action, while the UTF has been asking for Flint Community Schools to restore teachers' wages. So restore their wages that reflect their years of service. Okay, I didn't see. We were already on the same page. There's step advancements. Union officials say the board's vote on the one-time funding doesn't actually address their request at the moment, though it's a move in the right direction. According to Bruce Jordan, the Michigan Education Association UNISERV director, that is a $10 handle, by the way, assigned to work with the UTF. So the union is calling for the board to allow Flint schools administrations to begin discussions with the union on using the funds to restore teachers' steps to clarify exactly what was voted on. So it seems like they have a misunderstanding of what was voted on and where the funds are supposed to go and then how they're supposed to be distributed. Those questions actually make sense. Well, at least they're getting something, which is great, because those people, pray for those teachers. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, my goodness, pray for those teachers. And 1.5, so if they have 359, I wonder how much of those funds could be allocated to our teachers for the work they do. I mean, that's extraordinary.
It's all. I mean, aren't they saying that they have 1.5?
That's just what they voted on. There's more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more in there. I'm trying to find the number, but he just reallocates the 1.5. It's a really great article if you want to click on that on a Flint Beat, and he did a really good job on this.
I like Flint Beat. Who's the reporter?
Nicholas Chan. He did really good on this. picture's great. And notice all these people doing this stuff, the empty chairs. That's something we should really be taking a little bit more notice on when it comes to, comes to our kids. But that was the big one. And then I don't know why this is important because I'm not a super smart person, but the U of M Flint researchers study fish behavior near the Hamilton Dam, and I'm not sure why that is important. Maybe you can regale us as to that. I don't know.
Well, listen, I was talking to a couple of those fish just the other day.
Oh, here we go.
And you know what they said to me?
No.
Glub, glub.
Oh.
I think he was depressed.
Well, there must be a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, they always have something.
I think he was depressed.
Yeah.
I am always. I guess there's some benefits.
I don't know. So we just don't know.
Right.
All right. So downtown, we got all that construction down there, right?
Yeah.
So former owner on track to retake possession of Flint's Patterson building, Flint, Michigan, with no bidders coming forward in the sheriff's auction on May 10th, 2023. Downtown Flint Patterson's building is set to return to the former owner, Thomas Collisions Care. The historic office building located at 653 Saginaw Street was condemned in the spring. And that's the one they got all that gold leafing on the sides. And
the one that got hit by the MTA bus.
Yeah. Well, it's condemned and nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted a building in downtown. Oh, it must be $2 billion to renovate. For
I'm not
occupancy.
Sure. Kate Stockram did this good photo. Not that it's cool that the street is completely tore up, which stinks. Avoid downtown. And it says the roof is crumbling, and it's just not.
Ooh, maybe we should use ARPA dollars to put a roof on the Patterson building.
No, wait a minute.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I have no idea. That sounds like logic.
I mean, it could be a benefit to the whole community if they open it up as a business incubator.
Yeah.
Make it so that folks from Flint can open up offices in here for free or low. You know what I mean? $10 a month.
Something, because right downtown there.
Dude.
Or you could use it for college housing. There'd be a number of anyways.
Dude, I mean, it'd have to be something good for the citizens.
So, and I finished.
Maybe it could be our downtown rec center. Where you rent the roller skates to roller skate the Flint River Path and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. It's something to discuss, right? I mean, we have it there. What do we do? So, this one I say for last. Oh. It is the Flint City Council meetings have moved to a new temporary location. No. And I knew you had. So, yeah, Flint City Council meetings are being temporarily relocated again, this time to the Genesee County Administration Building at 1101 Beach Street. Council meetings through July were swapped to City Hall's Dome Auditorium in order to accommodate renovations to the body's normal chambers. However, officials have since decided the new space isn't the best fit. The two main reasons for the change would be physical space and acoustics. Flint City Clerk Davina Donahue shared this in an email. There's just isn't enough space in the dome to comfortably fit all 9 council members, plus the clerk, attorney, and other vital staff. And the sound quality of the room isn't conducive to effective live or recorded audio. Now, this is right in your wheelhouse, man. While many of the council's remaining meetings will take place in the county's administration building, a few will still take place in the Dome's auditorium located at 1101 South Saginaw Street. All meetings held at the county building will occur in the Willard P. Harris Auditorium on the 3rd floor. And then it actually gives a date of the times and which locations, which is very informative. Buddy, what can you tell us about this?
I'm going to put the picture up.
Yeah.
And you tell me, does it look like there's enough room?
I mean, it does look kind of squished, right?
Well, I mean...
It looks nice, though.
I've been on a bus before. I've been on a plane before. And I've been on a train, and I've been on a ship.
You're really thinking this out.
And I'm thinking that's kind of comfortable.
You think it's comfortable?
I mean, there's enough space between them. I mean, there's 6 inches, 12 inches. Liddell and Quincy look like they're the closest ones together.
Mm-hmm.
And given the fact that Eva could scooch over an inch and Eric might not be able to, because I think that's the age of the stage, I think it's enough room for adults to temporarily be able to handle their business.
Adults to temporarily handle their business.
I think it is. I think it is. I mean, they have decided that they can't be that close to one another.
Oh, it was the councilmen that decided they didn't want to be that close to each other.
I heard...
As in, like, proximity, like to me and you? They need more space.
I don't like her, and I do not want to sit next to her.
Oh, well, I didn't know those things. See, I knew you would have some kind of an inside scoop.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, I think that's probably good on that one. And
you trying not to get me in trouble?
I do not want to get you in trouble, and our Flint Council has got a lot of hard work to do, and that job is really, really stressful. God bless those people for what they're doing. We're praying for them. Like, keep fighting for us, because Lord knows there's a bunch of contention to deal with, right? All right. The last one I want to talk about is in the Flint Beat is by Kate. Again, she did an excellent story on the new YMCA.
What about the new YMCA?
Mixed-use development breaks ground in downtown Flint, and they got the picture of all the white hats with the shovels, which is nice.
Wait a minute. Regular meeting before building closure. Where am I? I missed.
You're in the. You have to back out of that and go back to the main screen. Anyway, while you're doing that, Flint, Michigan, construction began on May 4th, 2023, on a new mixed-use development, which I love that idea, in downtown Flint. The coming 5-story building, dubbed Live Well on Harrison. That's what it was titled and dubbed. Will relocate the YMCA of Greater Flint and the Crime Fitness Foundation. Did you know we had a Crime Fitness Foundation?
I'm the boy. What do you mean? Didn't you see my cape when you came in?
Just the mask. And no, I didn't.
You weren't supposed to see that. I can't find it. Where the heck is it?
Well,
I'm back on the cover page, right?
Yeah.
The bird
YMCA. Just keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling. It should be there. I'm not sure why you can't find it, but
why can't you show it to me?
Oh man, like a monkey in the side.
I'm trying to show the people, and you are.
So, did you find the screen?
Never found that screen. Where? Okay, that's
under Kate Stockram.
I'm sorry, the Patterson.
Yeah, if you just come up on her screen. Anyway.
Economic development.
Yeah.
Okay, so, now I'm scrolling down.
All right. Yep, and then look for the
land bank.
No, keep going.
Historic.
You're looking for the Flint YMCA. Should be right on that page.
There we go.
There we go.
Thank you, Isaac, for assisting me to get there with you. Jeez,
well, you know, we do what we can.
We do.
So the construction began on May 4th, 2023, in a mixed-use development in downtown. The Crime Fitness Foundation housed a physical therapy clinic and bring 50 new apartments to the city's core. It is our mission to help other...
Wait, they're going to put more apartments?
Yeah, and it's their mission. This is their mission statement. It's to help other nonprofits in the community by lending our experience and capacity to import projects like this. Tim Herman, the CEO of the Buildings Development Uptown Reinvestment Corporation, that's a $10 handle, said to the groundbreaking event on May 4th. Live Well on Harrison is a prime example of what can be accomplished when partners come together to realize a shared vision. Together we can do more. The project has made quick progress since Uptown applied for a payment in lieu of taxes called pilot agreement. The now approved pilot will see the city of Flint collect a 10% annual service charge on the building rather than property taxes, which would equate to roughly $33,000 more per year at full occupancy. And the picture that they've rendered on what that's going to look like when it's done is really sharp.
Don't care. They got a pilot. I'm upset.
Uh-oh.
Why do rich people come to our community and not want to pay full price?
Well,
that's
they got a
$33,000 they're not paying to help with the roads.
Because the breaks allow them to, with the initial investment, to put it in here. There has to be some kind of...
Do you really think they need breaks? Do you think they're not going to make money on this building? Do you think that $33,000 a year is what's going to bankrupt these people?
So here's what I think.
Don't get me
I'm trying. I got like 5 minutes, and here's what I think. I think that there's probably truth to what you're saying. I also think that using multiple groups using the same building, providing that access to help our community is also a very good thing.
Brilliant.
But I don't think you're wrong. I think it's the necessary evil.
50-year tax abatement. 50 years.
Yeah, so...
You'll be dead, I'll be dead, all the people in this picture will be dead.
Yup.
When this place starts paying its fair share.
It's fair share.
It's fair share. Give me a pilot. I don't want to pay $33,000 a year for something.
Well,
give me a pilot.
There's a bunch of us in the boat that feel the same way. Here's what they said about it, because I know you're passionate.
Yeah, here.
In exchange for the lower annual payments, the developer has guaranteed 19 of the property's 50 residential units will be income restricted for affordability.
So, now you know what that means. What they consider low income rent? $750 a month.
That's what you make?
No, that's what low income.
Oh, you mean it costs $750 a month?
The low income apartments will be $650 a month.
$650
to $750 a month. I mean, that's what they're doing across the street here.
Is that good?
That's horrible.
Isn't it?
If you're poor, $350 is, I mean, the average, I'd imagine, in Flint between 3 and 5.
Yeah, it's both
Once
of those things are
Once you go
right.
above 6, 7, 8, you're catering to not low income.
So it's more catered to low, medium
Think
income.
about it. If I'm working at McDonald's,
making
I'm low
$15
income,
an hour.
$15 an hour, I can't spend $650 of it on rent.
Well,
I'm only bringing in $400.
I hear you, but I still think it's a move
the
in the right
mixed use
direction.
is fine. I agree. I mean, partnerships are wonderful, but don't come begging for pilots. We're a poor city. We are on the ground, curled up in a ball, suffering.
Well, we're
and
fighting.
while we're curled up in a ball on the ground, you're picking our pockets.
Well, we're fighting and kicking back. We're
exactly.
battling.
Well,
we're battling.
Yeah. Because you picked our pockets. Now we're mad.
Well, I mean, listen, the fact that we got a place that we can congregate and we can have people come together, the same thought process in mind for our community is a positive. I don't disagree.
Again, I'd rather see, instead of those apartments, some business incubators.
I think that might spread from this. I think that might be one of the outcomes.
Don't give me something that chains me to paying you every month.
Right.
Give me something that I can buy or own. You know what I mean? Or at least retail.
Right. But I still think at the end of the day, you're not wrong. But I still think because this initial project total bit was a $40 million investment for our city. So
they had $40 million.
Well, that was donated or granted.
If we do $33,000 times 50, isn't that a tidy sum?
Oh, that's math.
That's
you're right.
Math.
Yeah.
I mean, if we just said it was $10,000.
I agree. But we got to finish up because I only got 1 minute left, so I got to do my plug.
My bad.
It's okay. It was an excellent conversation.
Let me get a close up so that you can do your shtick, dude.
So, Euchre Weekly at Cigar Fellas this week.
What is it?
Euchre Weekly, where we
don't know how to play euchre.
In Michigan. It was a tough battle. Mark and Jason were playing. Jerry fought back. Couple of loners. Unfortunately, they weren't able to win. But Jason, the GOAT, the one that we are pushing forward, he will be playing again this week. And I look forward to seeing what the outcome will be. The dreaded outcome was 4-2, losing 4, winning 2. But I believe he'll be on a comeback at Cigar Fellas next week. Thank you so much for coming into our show. And we are going to see you next time.
Say goodbye, Irene.
Goodbye, Irene.